All right, sixth grade, this is your project 14 for sketching and for the fourth quarter here. But we are looking at doing a simple gift using two different one-point perspectives. And the idea of this one is that you're going to take, as you can see here in the book, you're going to have two vanishing lines or vanishing points, and you're going to draw a line right in the middle, vertical line. That'll determine how tall your box is. Now, all the lines that are the edges of the box like this are always going to be vertical. All right, and that same thing like when you did your the other things like the house and things like that. You had to really make sure that that was the case. So we're going to start here with our sketch pad. It's good if you have a straight edge to do this. I'm going to use this box as my straight edge, and I'm going to put it near the top here, the line. So I just do a light line, make my two vanishing points, one there and one here, and then I'm going to draw my vertical line somewhere down in the middle here. So I'll use my edge of my box again, about halfway. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so there's the bottom part of it. And some of you have already been doing this, I noticed. Seem to be doing a pretty good job at it. It's not too difficult in this particular case. Of course, from that, you're going to take your 2 points using your straight edge. In this case, I'm going to use my clear lid here. That helps me to see where I am exactly too. So I'm going to make a light line there. I'm going to make another light line here. If you have the vertical line here right in the middle of the page, perfectly in the middle, you'll notice that the angles of these lines are going to be exact. Okay, so we have that. Then we're going to do one from the middle one, from the bottom one. And so I'm going to lightly draw something there. All right, and another light picture here. Okay, so now I've got my front edge of my box, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my side lines now. These two lines here, about the same distance apart. So I'm going to use the middle of this as my guide, but just to give myself an equal amount, since that's the middle of my box. So then my box looks about the same distance. Then from this point, I'm going to go to that line here, or that point there, to draw that line. Same thing from this side. I'm going to draw my point to this line. All right, so now I have those points, and now I have the top of my box. I have the, now look at, in this one, the way I've done it, I've actually seen the box from a little bit higher, vertical, like I'm up higher above the box than what it shows in this picture, which is fine. It's all going to work out in the end. So about halfway between, I'm going to do my other vertical line here. Oh, actually, I think what I have to do first, I have to do, so I close that box off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do X's now to show me where the middle of the sides are. So let's see if I guess right on that other side. I've got that side, and I've got this one. Okay, and then I've got, let's see if I cross well on this side or not. It doesn't look like it's going to be perfect at all. Alright, so here's where my middle should end then. And so I'll do my vertical line. It's got to be vertical again from there. Alright, so I have that vertical line. Then I have this vertical line on the other side. Okay, so I'll take my eraser and I'll erase that first line I had put in there, just eyeballing it. You want it to be exact in the middle, so I'm going to erase that part. Alright, so now I've got my vertical line here, my vertical line on that side. Alright, so now, after doing that vertical line, I've got everything here now. So the other side of this is a very short project here. The other side of this, then you're going to draw, you see from that perspective line, from the middle here to there. Alright, and that's to get a place. Basically what you're doing is you're kind of putting in place where the bow is going to go. Like the bow on a gift. Okay, so we have that side. And then I have this side in the middle. right? So now here's the center of my package. So this is then, on this side is where, this is my middle. This is where my ribbon, let's see here, middle, okay, get to the back end here. Okay, so this becomes the middle. So my two, I'm just going to freehand this. My ribbon itself comes across this way. Alright, and my ribbon over here, it's centering that line. So really I could have left that line I had there before. But it's centering that line. And then those lines are going basically across toward that vanishing point again. Alright, and so we're crossing there. Now you see, once I get rid of the extra, the lines that are marking where I am, you'll notice that it really does come out very well in that case. And so basically then you can freehand draw your ribbon. Alright, but before I do that, I'm going to show you really quickly what I'm talking about. So if I get rid of these lines here in the middle, and all these lines like crossing lines, right? And so that line across there, now you can start to see the package is starting to take shape. And you can see a little bit more of it directly as opposed to all these lines that are crossing over each other. And just to make it more visible as far as the entire package. And so I can erase this, and you would need to do this in your project, and then any lines you accidentally erase that you didn't intend to, you want to make sure that you're put those back in. So I'm going to take this out for these sketches. Alright, and so there's the back of my package. So it's starting to look a little clearer as to what I have here. Now if you needed to redo something, you always have your vanishing points that you can put back in there. Not a problem to do that. Alright, and then so now you can see my package and a lot clearer than what it was before. So with that being the case, then I'm going to draw just a freehand a ribbon here. Okay, and so I'm going here, and I'm just going to add the knot in the middle. All right, so you're sort of looking, then you're looking at the ribbon up this side, down here, so the ribbon comes in there, you can see, and then you've got this loop in there to kind of give you a better perspective of the ribbon itself, you know, where it's coming around. And then just putting this up above, a little bit coming down on the edge. The nice thing about sketching, as far as art goes, is that with sketching you can always erase because you're using a pencil, and so it gives you a little bit better control overall. But you get practice, a good bit of practice, and so with that practice, then you can see how you can, see that it looks a little bit off there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that a little bit, and so I can erase if I need to, which it looks like I do. So I can redo this, and this is, I want it to sort of match the other side, even though when we tie presents or ribbons like that, if you've ever done that, you know it doesn't always look the same like you think it should. And so, alright, so we've got that, alright. And so now you've got my present there. Now some of you were going to do the Rubik's Cube, which again, it's the same thing. If you want to do that challenge, you color in afterwards, but you're going to do vertical lines and evenly spaced apart, or they won't be evenly spaced apart, because you measure from here to here is a little bit bigger than here to here, and then a little bit bigger than here to here. And so it's going to be that way. But this is all you need to do, and this is the assignment that you have, is to draw this present. If you wanted to color it, that's fine, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to darken the lines that I have. This is probably not the best pencil for using for the lines itself. It's a little bit too thick of a pencil for that. There are, in the sketching thing that I have, or this sketching thing I got from Costco several years ago, it gives you different types of pencils, and I haven't really looked into which ones work best. But as far as now, I need to get rid of this one, you see, because the ribbon's over top of it, and so it wouldn't be there. And so that type of thing is what you're doing as far as defining it, helping it to be a little more visible. Right, and so you notice that ribbon wraps all the way around the bottom because it's wrapping around the present itself, which means you probably need to have some kind of marking here for it, because it sort of like goes from back, well, actually it's back here, so I want to have that in there. Get rid of that first one, get rid of that one because it's covered by the ribbon, so we don't need that. And then one back here as well, you can see that ribbon would go back this way. All right, so it would be easy to be seen. And there you got it, good perfected now on the, I think the other part comes over here, so this one I won't need that part of the line. Make this a little bit lower. Alright, and I've got my completed present, and that looks pretty good. Alright, well, hopefully you have a little bit of success with this, but otherwise we'll see what you can do for our next project, which won't be coming out in too much more time. Alright, have a good night. Bye.